Greetings, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube and the world. So welcome back to another amazing Kyle Minger Show video. So today, guys, I'll be doing a big review on a specific show on DisneyPlus. But before I continue on with that, if you guys just new to the Kyle Minger Show, don't know exactly what I normally do. Before you go, these people that are subscribed and know exactly what I do for the last couple of years, you guys have been watching on my channel. But for all you those that are new or just hopping in, don't know exactly what I do big reviews such as when I go see movies in theaters, when I do reviews for Disney Plus, Netflix, Prime Video, and then sooner or later I'll be probably doing some stuff on Paramount Plus. And yeah, so and then also other videos I like to do is doing trailer reactions to theory videos, to unboxing videos, and gaming videos. But I've done those in a long little while, but stay tuned for the near future because there's going to be a lot more coming along the way. So today, guys, I watched Agatha All Along. So I originally wanted to wait until all the episodes were done and dealt with, but it's going to take a long little while until the end of October, and I didn't really want to wait all that long to review all the episodes all in one go. Although I have done that before with another show. I can't remember which one it was. I think it was Secret Invasion. No, it wasn't. But although we have, I am going to mention this, we have had a lot of Marvel projects on Disney Plus that were very disappointing in the last 2 years-ish. And there were some shows that we kind of did not like. Like Secret Invasion was one of them. She-Hulk. She-Hulk was a very big letdown. And I did hear that they're not having any plans at all to do a season 2. And I heard they actually did cancel that. And also, I forgot to do a video for it where LucasArts, aka Disney, decided to cancel a second season for The Acolyte, which, don't get me wrong, I love Star Wars, but I just did not like that show at all. I know a lot of people say, oh, I like it, if I was great. But for me, as a Star Wars fan, since I've been growing up watching all the movies, the shows, the cartoon shows, and all that kind of stuff. And don't get me wrong, there were some live action adaptation Star Wars shows that I did love. Like Ahsoka was really great. I loved Obi-Wan the Obi-Wan Kenobi show. And then there was Andor, which I kind of heard they're actually in the works of doing season 2 and 3 at the moment. So I hope that show is going to be really great because they're still working on it. But there's all the other Star Wars projects they've been working on. I heard it has been absolutely shit. Don't get me wrong, I love Acolyte, but it's just why? But either way, back to Agatha. I just watched all the episodes, and I gotta say, I think this is probably the most better Marvel show I've seen by far in the last couple of years, since the last couple ones they've done were not too great. And I gotta say, I kind of like this kind of stuff because I like all the witchcraft spell, kind of like Doctor Strange and Wanda. And this actually takes place 3 years prior, after the events when Wanda put the hex on the town, and then this is when she left do her own thing. Then she put a big spell on Agatha to remain as the character she was in her town when she put a hex on the whole town. So in the last 3 years, some person come along and broke the hex off of her, and now she's back to her regular self, but she has no powers. Because Wanda, at the end of WandaVision, if you guys still hasn't seen WandaVision, sorry, big spoiler, she steals all of Agatha's powers away from her using the Darkhold. So, yeah, that's why everyone in the town didn't go back to their regular lives that Wanda wanted to do with them, but she only did it with Agatha because she was the only one that really wanted Wanda to die or whatever, so that's why Wanda in the first place put the big hex on her to remain who she was in the so-called WandaVision thing that she did in the show. So after she broke free from the hex, she started to know that Wanda was actually dead, and now she can and then after this one kid said this one spell, she kind of broke free from her from her release from Wanda, and now she has to go back on this thing called the Road, where witches go on to gain their power of witchcraft or powers or whatever. She's trying to get back her purple powers back. So because she said I lost my purple I lost my purple power. I need it back. So she's trying to get her powers back. She basically in each episode, the first one she broke free from her spell. The second one she basically gathered all the witches she knew from the past into her, making it into her own little coven. And then she did all these witches sang this coven song to unlock this door to the road. So after they did that, this weird group of I don't know what they were. They were like a group of like I don't know like I don't know if it was like undead witches, like an undead like witch. I would probably say like a witch police squad or something. I have no idea for sure, but they looked undead. They were wearing black robes, and I think they were going after Agatha because now she's powerless, and apparently this one chick that blew into her house saying they know where you are. They're gonna come after you at one point, and so I don't know. I guess the old witch coven or the old witches of the old or something are coming after Agatha because she lost her powers and they're trying to kill her or something. I have no idea for sure. But then, yeah, like I said, the second episode, she gets a coven. They go inside this thing called the Road, and apparently there's these trials they gotta go through in order to proceed on to the very end of proceed down to the very end until to the very last trial where apparently you get power, the witch powers or whatever, and yeah, and it's all like part of this like Salem of the Witches kind of stuff, and so Agatha's like, okay, I know I don't got my powers, but I need to go through this road again. Apparently, she did it before a long time ago. She had a son or a daughter, or I think it was a son, I believe. And she sacrificed her baby in order to gain power to the Darkhold and actually get the powers that she wanted. So she actually sacrificed her child a long time ago in order to gain power. So, I mean, if I was to be a witch, or actually there are no warlocks, I wouldn't. I mean, if I was going to become evil, yeah, I probably would. But if I was going to be a good warlock, I'd probably think, yeah, I'd rather not do this. But either way, getting a little bit lost, a little off track there. But either way, then in the third episode, they go through the road. Then they end up at this little house. Then all their clothes change. Then they were given this riddle. Something that age has value. Something has something, and then they realize that the answer was wine. And then they drink this wine, and they start having these hallucinations. They have these weird reactions about having the wine, and then it's actually all just a test. And then each person that Agatha brought, one of them is actually a potions witch master. So it's this like African American woman, and she's like trying to think of the ingredients, what to do to make a potion so they could all drink it in time before they all die. So they were able to gather all these ingredients in this house, natural ingredients like makeup or whatever. They actually have the certain ingredients inside the stuff. So they were able to like cook it up into a sink into the kitchen. They were able to put their hairs in there, put it in there, and they were able to drink it. But the only one that didn't make it in time was this lady that Agatha brought with them. That was actually, her name was something Mrs. Hart. She wasn't able to make it in time at the very end of the episode, but they were all able to successfully finish the first trial. And I gotta say, I want to mention this. I don't want to mention a lot of the episodes that's spoiled for you guys. But the African American witch mentioned something to the boy, well, it looks like an emo boy, apparently about how not to spend too much time with Agatha. She's not really a good person to hang with because she did some bad deeds in the past. And she was mentioning that the kid she had to sacrifice was her own child in order to gain power. and she says some say that he was a demon, some say he was an agent of Mephisto. Agent of Mephisto. If you guys don't know who Mephisto is, he's actually the devil in the MCU. So that was a big name drop. It was when I heard that. I was like, oh boy, because a lot of people were making theories about WandaVision, about, oh, Mephisto's going to show up. Oh, Mephisto's going to show up in this episode of WandaVision. He didn't show up. No, he didn't have a face, or no one made a name drop out of him. But they did in episode 3 of Agatha All Along. And some people say that he actually will show up in this show. But here's a big kicker for all you guys, if you guys have seen a lot of movies over the years. Mephisto actually did make an appearance in a movie. Oh, you guys are going to say, what movie? We didn't see Mephisto in any movie, any past movies a long time ago. Yes, he did. You guys remember a certain movie with Nicolas Cage, Ghost Rider? Yes. Don't get me wrong. At the time, some companies actually bought character rights to some Marvel characters, including like Sony and Warner Brothers. Well, I think Warner Brothers. Like, it's actually mostly like, Sony and Fox. So I think at the time it was actually Fox who made the movie for Ghost Rider, or was it Sony? I can't remember which. But either way, in the movie, you know how Johnny Blaze made the deal with the devil to save his dad. Well, the devil is actually, in fact, Mephisto. Yes, that was actually him, but he didn't really say his actual name to Johnny Blaze, because he didn't really want to say his real name. He just revealed himself as the devil. So yeah, so technically that was actually Mephisto. That was actually technically his first appearance in a movie, but we haven't really seen him officially in the MCU. So that's one thing you guys should know. He did show up in a movie. 2 movies actually. The first one, Ghost Rider, and the second Ghost Rider. But it was played by 2 different actors. But either way, he can shapeshift. He basically can shapeshift into any person he wanted, because he wants to conceal his real appearance into a different form. So that's why he's always different in those 2 movies. So yeah, basically, yeah. We don't know for sure when he's gonna show up in Agatha All Along. He can show up in the next episode, or he can show up maybe at the very end after the last trial. Maybe he shows up to give Agatha his power, Agatha her powers back. But in order, he has to make a deal with her. It's like, hey, if something happens like this again, if you get your powers taken away, I won't be able to give it to you anymore, or blah blah blah, whatever the fact. I don't know. But although for a fact, I loved all 3 episodes. They were great. I love the story. I don't know what's going to happen next episode. Probably it's going to be another trial they're going to have to face. And I'm going to say, for the rating for these 3 episodes, I'm just going to give it a spawn on. Well, I would probably rate every episode with a number, but I think with all 3, I thought it was just like everything was just like like how everything started, like how slow it was at first, and then it progressed to be more interesting. So I think all 3, I think just gonna give a spot on. I'll give it a 3.1 out of 5. I think that's probably pretty reasonable for all 3. So that's my review for Agatha All Along. So stay tuned for more reviews for this show on my channel every Wednesday, but not every Wednesday. I'll probably be doing it every weekend on Fridays. So every Friday, stay tuned for these video reviews, because I'm going to be doing a lot more of these until the end of October, because that's when the last episode is. And then after that, I'm not sure what else I'm going to be doing for video-wise. But note for a fact, at the very end of October, I am going to go see that last Venom movie with Wes. So probably that weekend, maybe I'll try to do 2 videos for you guys. So stay subscribed, hit the notification bell so you guys get notified when I do upload on the Minger Show. And then I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.